This flood control scandal is the biggest corruption scheme I have witnessed in my entire life, having seen 8 presidents lead this nation. This is an obvious, well-orchestrated scheme created by this administration to exploit the country's national budget for personal gain. The floods have only worsened during Marcos Jr. administration. Why? Because there was never a master plan for flood control. Only scattered projects approved anywhere and everywhere, without coordination, flood mapping studies, or honesty. Worse, our farmers' crops keep getting destroyed because a dike meant to protect the river failed. Family homes continue to be washed away by flash flood, and our children, the poor, and the entire nation is paying this price. The BBM administration has invested ₱500 billion in flood control alone. More than 9,800 flood control projects have been built. But why do the floods keep getting worse? Let us speak plainly. Public funds are not released easily. There is a process. And at the very top of that process sits one man, the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Every year, before Congress sees any line item, the President reviews and approves the National Expenditure Program, the NEP. That is the master plan of where our money will go. Without his signature and approval, it cannot move forward. The Department of Budget and Management, or DBM, then prepares and releases the funds with the President's approval. The Department of Public Works and Highways, DPWH, who also takes orders from the President, implement the project. These are not independent agencies. They follow the President's direction and instruction. And when Congress debates the budget and sends it back to Malacanang, who signed it into law? The President himself. He approves the General Appropriation Act, or GAA, with full knowledge of its content. So when the Congress and Senate inserted $450 billion in public work funds and Marcos Jr. vetoed only $29 billion, it means he personally reviewed the remaining $421 billion in infrastructure. It also means he conferred with his first cousin Speaker of the House of Representatives, Martin Romualdez. He also chairs the Cabinet Cluster of Disaster Preparedness and Infrastructure, which means he should be leading the creation of a genuine, science-based national flood control plan. He is responsible for the long-term plan of his own Build Better More program. But instead, it has turned into Build More, Waste More. Every major flood project, every rehabilitation program, every large-scale public works, all of it passes through his desk. He reviews every plan and approves every peso. So tell me, how can anyone say, I don't know? How can he say, you should be ashamed of yourself? Perhaps it is you that you should be ashamed of yourself, Mr. President. Filipinos' hard-earned pesos have disappeared into flood controls projects like ghosts. Who carries the ultimate responsibility? It is not the officials, not the engineers, not the contractors. It is the President who holds the power and the trust of the nation. Corruption has been allowed to flood every agency of his government. It is a failure of leadership at the very top. What our President is doing is shifting the blame to others to save himself. That, ladies and gentlemen, is called a weak leader. Let me ask this simple question. Why is the ICI, the Independent Commission on Infrastructure, not investigating Ilocos Norte? Did you know that majority of the flood control projects in Ilocos Norte are contracted to either the Discayas or the newly elected Lawag mayor, handpicked by the President himself? Almost 4 billion pesos has been funneled to this mayor, who is their favorite contractor since Bongbong administration Why is this not being flagged? The controversial Discayas themselves have 2.7 billion flood control projects that are paid in advance, with some uncompleted in Ilocos Norte. Why are the investigations skipping Ilocos Norte? The clearest example of how corruption hides under political protection. If he is doing this in his own province, then there is no doubt he is doing this to the rest of the country. I challenge you, Mr. President, to order your so-called independent body, the ICI, to begin this probe in your own province of Ilocos Norte. Prove credibility first before diverting blame to others. I challenge the youth and the religious group to accompany the ICI in their investigation of Ilocos Norte. I urge the public to call out the engineers and contractors in Ilocos Norte to stop protecting the mastermind. Look at how they will spin the story and try to silence me. The so-called plunder case they filed against me is a baseless complaint, a political weapon meant to destroy me because I have chosen to speak the truth about corruption at the highest level. If there is any truth to any accusations against me, I am willing to go to jail. I am a man of one word. The complainant of this plunder case, Attorney Tilly Cordero, who has a record of being suspended for 6 months by the Supreme Court for violation of the Code of Professional Responsibility, or CPR of lawyers. She even came to my house asking for money, proof of pictures which I will post publicly. She is the first cousin of the mayor I defeated in Narvacan, Mayor Edgardo Zaragoza, the most corrupt mayor that Ilocos has ever had. For 33 years that he and family were mayors, there has been no progress, no new municipal building, no new market, and barely any infrastructure except ghost project. This mayor even had ghost farmers to convert public funds to the mayor's pocket. In my barangay Solbec alone, they appropriated 9 million pesos for the benefits of 65,000 ghost farmers, while the official registered farmers are only 80, with the whole population of Narvacan being only 44,000. I filed that case 10 years ago, but the Ombudsman has not even touched that very blatant case up to now. Why have they accepted this fake complaint against me in just one day, but not act on the real plunder case I filed against Mayor Zaragoza? This is how they operate: silence the whistleblower and protect the corrupt. They attack me because I'm not afraid to tell the truth. But take note, all their paid online troll farms and their attack dogs will never silence me.
Ito na mga kababayan, muling may buwelta no, itong si former Governor Chavit Singson dito po sa administration ni President Marcos Jr. at pati na rin doon sa isang abogada na nag-file po ng plunder at graft case no, doon sa ombudsman noong nakarang linggo laban kay Manong Chavit mga kababayan, at dito po ay kanya pong sinagot no, na ito palang abogadang ito na nagkaso ng plunder at graft sa kanya ay pumunta mismo sa bahay niya at nanghingi ng pera mga kababayan, at meron po siyang mga resibo na ipapakita mga kababayan pala dito no. At itong abogadang ito ay nasuspend pala mga kabayan ng Supreme Court dahil may ginagawang hindi maganda, at first cousin din po ito ng dating mayor doon sa Narvacan na pinakakurap umano no, according dito kay Manong Chavit, pinakakurap na mayor ng Narvacan na tinalo niya doon sa Narvacan mga kababayan. At muli po niyang tinira no, or binira itong si PBBM mga kababayan no, dito sa kanyang ginawang or itong nilagay niyang ICI na yung kanyang probinsya sa Ilocos Norte mga kababayan ay hindi po pinaimbestigahan no, or hindi iniimbestigahan ng ICI dahil siguro may mga something mga kababayan at may mga tao na po siyang pinapunta nga, pinaimbestigahan no, itong si Manong Chavit doon sa mga flood control projects mga kababayan doon sa Ilocos Norte province, at meron po siyang mga nakakuhang mga documents at mga pictures no, doon sa probinsyang iyon na may mga ghost projects din mga kababayan, may mga substandard no, na mga projects na flood controls doon sa probinsya mismo ng Ilocos Norte at pati mismo doon sa distrito ng kanyang anak no na si Congressman Sandro Marcos, mga kababayan. At dalawa nga lang po no yung mga kontraktor daw na nakakuha ng mga proyekto doon, itong si Diskaya at itong mayor ngayon ng Lawag na kung saan ay si Presidente Marcos mismo ang pumili, mga kababayan. Kung hindi ko magkamali, itong si Mayor Alcid na isa ring kontraktor, mga kababayan, doon sa Ilocos Norte, no? At kanyang kinalaban nga yung pinsan naman po nila na si Mayor Michael Kion doon sa Lawag City, mga kababayan. Pero eventually, siya po yung nanalo, itong mismong si Pangulong Marcos ang pumili, no? Itong si Mayor Alcid, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, mga kababayan, yung kanyang pangalan, no? At pati itong flood control na usapin, mga kababayan, no? Pinaka-corrupt at sa buong buhay daw ni Manong Chavit, ito yung pinaka-corrupt, mga kababayan, na corruption no, sa history. Itong nangyari ngayon sa ating bansa, itong sa flood control na kung saan ay aabot na po ng trilyon, mga kababayan. At hanggang ngayon ay wala pa rin pong nanagot, wala pa rin pong nakulong, mga kababayan. Ilang buwan na po ang nakalipas ay wala pa rin po talagang nakulong, mga kababayan. No? At pati nga po itong si Saldico ay hanggang ngayon hindi pa po kinansila yung kanyang passport ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas, mga kababayan. No? Ang dali-dali lang nung sanang gawin niya ng DFA, i-cancel yung passport ni Saldico, pero wala po talagang ginawa, mga kababayan. At wala po siguro silang balak talagang gawin yun, mga kababayan. Kasi pag si Saldico ay mapauwi, ay baka mamaya mapilitang magsalita at machucho yung mga mas mataas na posisyon sa kanya, mga kababayan. So yan po yung para sa aking opinion, no? Dito sa ginagawang investigation ngayon ng gobyerno, itong ICI, itong si Saldico hindi pa po pinauwi, ay talagang may something, mga kababayan, na talagang halatado. At itong sinasabi nila na gagawing state witness si Martin Romualdez, ay nako, marami pong umaangal dyan, mga kababayan. Ang dami na pong nagsasalita dyan. Hindi lang po mga ordinaryong Pilipino, pati itong mga legal luminaries, no? At mga ibang politiko na hindi po pumapanig dito sa administration ay nagsalita na rin, lalo na itong sila Attorney Rowena Guanzon, mga kababayan, na talagang kaaway kay or galit dito kay Martin Romualdez, mga kababayan. So ano po sa opinion itong mga statement ngayon, itong muling buwelta ni Manong Chavit dito po sa kay Pangulong Marcos, mga kababayan, na yung build ay ginawa niyang build better more, no? Pero nag-uwi na, mga kababayan, sa build more waste more, no? Itong ginagawa nila ngayon dito sa ating gobyerno. At sinasabi pa ni Manong Chavit na you should be ashamed of yourself, Mr. President, at weak leader. Ayan, yun po yung sinasabi ngayon ni Manong Chavit Singson, mga kawin. So ano pong opinion nyo? Please comment down below. Maraming salamat. God bless po sa ating lahat.